'cause I can see your energy. And I'm waiting on your frequency to rise before you interact with me. Before you collab with me or try, better get up on your frequency. If you tryna see me, share the same space or breathe anywhere near where I be. If you tryna get by, then your vibe gotta rise. Yeah, I'll tell you when you're...
And welcome back to another episode of Disciplined Stoners. I'm your host, Eleven.
My name is Winnie.
And we are the gateway drug to mindfulness. And today...
Oh, I'm so excited for our next guest. He is like a local comedian legend, but he also just came back from a global tour. And I also know that he's an actor, and I think he's pretty good.
And he has a physical discipline as well that we'll get into.
Yeah.
Very fascinating, wonderful, happy, beautiful energy of the city, of the comedian circuit.
Yeah, and it also seems like he knows his emotions a little bit, so I can't wait to delve into that. Please welcome
Get your
to the
joints
show,
on for Kyle Lucey! What up, man?
Dude, it's so weird being complimented, being flanked and complimented. I feel like you guys are singing me happy birthday and I get all shy.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
You know?
Happy
Does
birthday.
it feel big inside your body?
What?
I don't know the sensation.
tumor?
The feeling?
Yeah, no, it's certainly like, I don't know what it is. I'm trying to be better at taking compliments, but anytime I'm complimented, it does give me anxiety. I don't know why.
For sure. I think that's a common thing even on the show. We say a bunch of nice things right off the top, and because we're fascinated by you, and it doesn't mean that you cross the bridge to position yourself as that's right, I'm fascinating. It's part of the reason why you're fascinating is because you don't go around gloating, so that's cool.
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
How many years have you been doing comedy?
It's a weird little answer because my first set I was 12.
Whoa.
And I fucking ate shit.
Aww.
Yeah, I was at
Where was it?
Who was that audience?
This was at, shout out to Duck Lake Trailer Park. There was my parents' friends had a bluegrass band, and they were all singing Johnny Cash and Bob Seger covers. And then I asked them, actually, you know what, is my buddy Jake, who he actually died at 26.
Yeah.
But he was so cool. He played guitar himself, and he was always saying man, you're funny, you got to do stand-up. And the dog sort of is... But that's fine. And I don't care, but I'm just saying. He might... Oh, he's so cute. I could do a little loop.
Got
That
it.
little cut. No worries. But then I just did stand-up halfway through that, them singing. And I had one joke in my head.
Great opportunity.
Bro, it was... it made 3 guys laugh at recess. And I was like, what's the deal with Windex? They say they're better than the leading brand. Who is this leading brand? And no one laughed. And my dad got up on stage and started singing. And then he whispered to me, he's like, get off the stage.
These people are going to attack
Then he was
us.
like, hey, he just started singing.
That's a great joke. Who is the leading brand?
I don't know. It made 3 guys laugh at recess. I'm like, bro, I was blaming the crowd. I'm like, I know this works. This fucking killed last night, bro.
At 12?
Yeah,
That's
but then
amazing.
I bombed though, and then I did improv for 5 years, and then at 16 I did a
Nice.
handful of shows, and then I had a really bad bomb and ripped my joke book up. But then at 18 I started doing 10 shows a week, and then at 20 I started doing 20 shows a week.
Holy shit.
And then that's when it's so sometimes I count 10 years, sometimes I count, because if in that 8 years from 12 to 20, I probably did maybe 300 shows.
Okay.
So that's not do I count it? You know what I mean?
But
Maybe
you've
I
been
do.
fortified. That's
I say 12 years.
Okay.
I just squish it in and say 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you started
fair enough.
over
I've been on
15
stage
years ago.
for a long time.
Since you're a kid.
Improv. I used to write plays and sell them, actually. I sold a play in high school.
Did you really?
To a production company. So I was always into theater. I was in all my school plays. I was in musicals. I was on improv. I was on a bunch of improv teams in high
Theater
school and
sports.
stuff. Yeah, I did. Yeah. I think we call it Canadian Improv Games, but it was Theater Sports was that Toronto?
I'm from Vancouver.
So you guys had
That's
Theater Sports.
Vancouver Theater Sports League. That's where I trained. Yeah.
And what was that? That was like.
It was an improv. It was like me and Winnie met
Right.
in an improv troupe formed off Craigslist. Like, yeah, bro. Like,
Shout out Dangerous Portion.
that was our name. But no, I feel you on the improv and the way that gets your brain moving as a writer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, man, my writing sucked for so long because I would over rely on riffing and over rely on performance.
As a comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I
get that.
try to write more.
No, yeah, you have some dance concepts too.
Oh yeah.
I feel on your content, no? Well, you
Like-
share vulnerable things that resonate with folks like me who have some experiences growing up, and it's like almost shameful information that you don't offer up front, but then when you deliver it, it's like releases that shame. It's actually kind of spiritual, the version of dance content you're doing, but it's in a light way.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, I really was impressed and I loved and was probably like inspired by like the Richard Pryor because he would like
Yes, bro, me too.
that's how I want to be.
Real shit.
I want I have stupid jokes and I have fun jokes and I've got like edgy jokes and then I have a couple jokes that are like might be clever, but I also I like that he sort of bled for the audience. Like I
Dude.
like that he put, you know what I mean? He was almost Christ-like in that way where he like his blood, you know what I mean?
What do I say about the show? What do we do on the show?
On this show?
Yes. Put ourselves on the cross.
Right,
That's what I
okay.
said. That's
For real.
the whole MO of like the free flow conversation is like, if consciousness can go there and explore there and it feels real, we should do it. We should be honest about our own flaws. And like, I'm with you, inspired by Pryor.
Yeah, right?
1000%. Yeah. It's like, you can't fake that, can't write that, has to come from a real place.
Yeah. And I feel like too that helps with acting. Would you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
For sure. But sometimes it's like, I guess that would fall under like method acting sometimes. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm like that, like I'm going to risk my mental health for acting.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
for stand-up, will you?
Well, stand-up's interesting.
Yeah.
You
You guys are out
already
here.
do.
Stand up, you like all the pain in your life and all the bad they just make poker chips and you cash in
Totally.
and then they get laughs.
Dude!
So you know what I'm saying?
That
so
is such a good metaphor.
yeah, that's how I feel. But like, I also have friends that like they would like always pick their wounds and then it fucked them up more. But personally, like, I genuinely find bad stuff that happens to me. I will genuinely find that funny.
Funny. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Curb. Because
Yeah.
like it's all these bad things that are happening to him, and it's funny. And you know what? To me, it doesn't hurt to talk about it.
That's good.
I find it like,
Do you
look at
find-
this situation I'm in.
You're not picking.
So in the
you're
present
using.
moment, you think you find it funny?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I get genuinely annoyed. Like I went to just to Tim Hortons, and I ordered like I was like, could I just have an iced coffee? And then she like it came up on the screen and said iced coffee with cream with sugar, and I was like, oh, I don't want cream. And she's like, well, we just poured cream and now we just wasted cream. We just wasted all that cream.
She got mad at you.
Immediately. And this is like 2 seconds. Like ordered it, I saw it, I corrected it. How would I have known?
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't have known. And then I was just like, I didn't mean to waste all the cream in this Tim Hortons. Like I gave it right back. And then we just went back and she's like, your coffee's going to be on that side of the building. Your fucking bagels outside on that side of the, when they separate your order, they're like, you know what? This is my last little, this is my last little chance to be a little bit cunty to you.
Yeah.
You gotta go over there for that. You gotta go over there for that.
Bro.
I had a moment today at the bank.
Exactly.
I don't know what's up with these people.
No more customer service because anybody who's willing to work customer service is going to be very sad. Winnie
No one
had
wants
this
to help you out anymore, it feels.
Right.
It was fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into it too much, but
Don't pick your wounds.
I had my legal last name on my check that I was depositing, and they have told me that they have all of my names that they need, like my stage name and stuff. They've told me that I can deposit how I wish if their names are recorded. Okay, and she couldn't find my name and couldn't put my fucking check in the bank,
and
I
kind of yelled at her when
I was like, is there any can I talk to your manager? And she was like, you gotta understand.
Oh my.
That I'm liable for, she went off on me, and I was like, okay, I don't want to make a scene. I lowered my voice and cowered a little bit, and I was like, I need this money. This has been done. Tried to reason with her, and there was nothing. I was getting nothing from her, and I felt so alone at the bank.
Damn.
TD branch 1018, unacceptable consumer behavior facing people. You guys are real shit.
And she it just really felt like she didn't want to help. And I don't ever remember. I'm sure you've been in service, maybe, or you. I know you've been in service, and
shit jobs,
buddy. You gotta be nice to people,
Yeah,
but that's part of it.
It's part of that grind.
You can't be an asshole when you're in service. I just can't imagine it.
No,
but people are.
I was a really shitty waiter, though. I fucked up a lot of.
But I mean with your personal training and stuff. I think that's service based.
Yeah. That's true.
But that's something you're passionate about too.
I'm a better personal trainer than I was a waiter. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah,
because you're into that.
Same yoga.
I
teacher.
would, dude. One time, someone ordered a yeah, right? Yoga, yeah.
Yeah.
I was at a restaurant when I was working, and someone ordered a bulletproof coffee where you have to I take a spoon, I put butter in the blender, you put coffee, MCT oil, you blend it up.
Yes. Yeah.
And then
it's crazy that you guys even offered that.
Yeah, I served it, and then I went to do a quality check. Was like, how are you? And I looked at his coffee, and the aluminum foil from the butter, just probably 35 shards of it. He's just drinking all the aluminum. And I looked at him, and I was like, and he goes, this drink, and holds it up to the light, and I'm like, holy shit. And he just goes, I didn't know you put gold flakes in these. This is so good.
Is that actually what happened?
100%. I'm just actually, I don't think I charged you for that, actually. And then just charge him double. I didn't charge you for the gold flakes. Also, here's a form when your guts rip in half, buddy. Whoops.
That's awesome. I was actually a pretty good server. I did waitressing and bartending, and I was pretty awesome at it.
Yeah. No, I feel like most people were really good, but I was just like, what did I get you again? I just too spacey for it.
I couldn't do it now. I had to owe the government some money when I first started making money in acting and contract work and stuff. I guess I didn't put away the 25% that you're supposed to put away from every check.
Fuck Canada.
For the tax. And anyways, it was a tax year where the government was like, oh, can we please have $8,000? And I had a meltdown because I was in my mid-20s.
Oh.
And
you can just tell them to wait forever.
Yeah, no, they're fine.
Yeah.
Any CRA things, don't be scared of them. Just tell them that you're slowly going to pay it, and then pay $50 one time in 3 months.
It's been
they're good.
Contention on the show with artists getting triggered even when this conversation comes up.
What do you mean?
About the CRA and taxes and any business stuff. It's just some tricky shit.
Oh, yeah. It's hard because it's just look how much money you made, and then it's that I only worked once this whole year. What the fuck are you talking about?
As an actor, right?
That money lasted. I ate sardines and cottage cheese all day, every day.
And so I owed a bunch of money, and I was like, the only way I'm going to be able to pay this is if I get that serving cash, right? I get cash under the table.
Yep.
So I got a serving job at Lavelle.
Where? That sounds so familiar. What is that?
Bar
King
on
Street,
King.
Oh, right.
Douchebag City.
Lavelle.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, Lavelle.
And before my first shift, I called in and quit because I had so much anxiety about it. Because serving is so hard.
Yeah.
And intense. It's a really intense business.
And you get
there's a coke problem in Toronto too.
Did you ever have dreams where you're have you served?
Oh yeah.
Oh, buddy. I dropped out of high school and started stand-up comedy at 16 and worked at Fine Dining.
You did comedy too?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Before I was 20, I was doing the Comedy Store in LA.
Holy shit.
I looked up to Jim Carrey and Richard Pryor, and I saw that they did the main room. So I went and hustled until I did the main room. And
There
then,
you go.
And then I felt like, oh, hold on, this doesn't mean that you're rich and famous just because you're doing the main room. In fact, most people here are also just got here through Craigslist.
Yeah, for real. No, it's such a grind.
It is, but no, all that time I was working in food and beverage. My dad was a waiter. Just like talk about like that rush energy. Like being a head chef of a fine dining restaurant is right up there with being like a surgeon. So like the chef would yell at people, make them cry.
Yeah.
I'd do impersonations.
The cash
so it
was
cool.
tantalizing, though.
Oh yeah, walking around with
Easy to-
wads of cash.
I know, for real.
And just like if you don't have any money and you have a serving shift that day, you're like, sweet, I'm going to have some money. Like by the end of
right.
this day.
Tomorrow. Or,
Yeah.
You eat what you kill.
Yeah. Yeah, serving was the best.
Where did
It
you
was all
serve?
right. I don't even want to say the
Okay,
names
fuck.
just because, like,
We're not going to get you sued for that aluminum.
yeah, I
That guy's
just.
dead now.
No, I mean, whatever.
Was it a-
I'm also hamming it up for the lulls.
For sure. What was the capacity then, sir, of the restaurant? Was it fine dining, casual?
I would say
to-go?
business casual. I always worked at. So it was like, it wasn't anything like super fancy, but it also wasn't like fucking. I don't know. These pubs that only serve Molson Canadian Coors Light. Just 6 guys in there. They have white beers, but it's brown around their lips. They just look out through.
It's so crazy how those places exist. I don't understand how they pay their rent.
I don't know either. I think that like Mickey always comes and he's going to order a Bud Light. So you just, as long as you have enough Bud Light for Mickey, he'll tip you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
But it's not going to be much.
no.
Oh, and there's maybe gambling machines at the end of the bar?
Yeah. I think during the day they sell packs of cigarettes. Sell natives for cigarettes and
And chips. They have chips hanging.
yeah, I know. Yeah, you might buy some dill pickle chips and support the bar.
It's written on a
Yeah.
hand sign.
Sometimes there's karaoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, the karaoke's sick. 25 cents. The jukebox. I mean, that's just fucking keeping the windows clean at this point. Jesus.
Oh, man.
So, you practice a type of like kung fu, right?
Yep.
Which karate do you do? Now, what discipline? Your physical discipline, and that's a fascinating space.
Yeah, I do mostly eye pokes and groin shots. Fuck that up.
Eye points.
Eye pokes and fucking groin shots, eh? I'll fucking hit you in the groin and I'll fucking bite your nipples off, you goddamn fucking pussy.
Boink your eyes and fuck your ass.
No, I do. You know what? Try to do a little bit of everything, but it's mostly Muay Thai. But I just love it in general. It's like a fitness puzzle type of thing. It's tricky. It's like, how do I do this? How do I do that? So, like, I've done jujitsu. I've done boxing.
Has
And
this been like throughout your 20s?
you know what? Ish. I always lifted weights and stuff like that. But when COVID happened, there was no comedy to do, and my roommate at the time had like 21 fights for Muay Thai, and he's a great coach. And I was like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking do private lessons with him 4 times a week, and I just gave him my Serb check and just fucking
Joe!
just teach me how to do shit. And so
Wow.
he trained with him for about a year and a half, and then Serb ran out, and I'm like, well, I can't afford I was paying him like $600 a month.
Wow.
But he was so worth it. He was so good.
What a
But,
great
yeah.
Serb investment.
Good for you.
That was all
man.
right. Because then I started coaching just beginners and children, like 2 years into training. Because I was like, I only did privates.
Yeah.
And so then I'm actually wearing it right now. Shout out to TKMT.
Awesome.
Hey.
I started training there, and then Candice Mitchell, who is a world champ, who used to own it, hired me just to be like a junior coach and just teach like the kids and we have a level system, what level 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so just to teach. I've only taught level 1s. Like I'm not. People hear coach and they're like, whoa, Kat, he's so good, he's coaching, and it's like I'm teaching people how to shadow box, how to throw a jab, how to throw a swing kick, how to do a switch kick. like I personally know more than those techniques, but it's like to teach is, you know what I mean? You gotta
be far ahead to teach something simply.
Yeah, I'm helping out at this point, and, but I spar
That was a
and I've
little
had
downplay to me.
Yeah. you
no
probably do.
genuinely, like there are champions at my gym, like pro. They fight on UFC
Yeah,
Fight Pass.
But like,
You're on the
what you're
team.
doing is
I'm doing I spar, and I have had one what they call a demo, which is basically a competition, but there's like it's not a sanctioned fight. So a sanctioned fight, there's there's whoever wins gets their hands raised. A demo, even if there's a clear winner, both people get their hands raised. And Muay Thai Ontario has a class in terms of skill. So there's C class, B class, A class, and this was C class rules. So no knees to the head, no elbows to the head. And so it's like, so and we had like shin guards on and headgear on. And I mean, there's people who definitely got concussed on that night. Like they got their heads like a knockout might have happened. But it was like, we were also told in demos, like a knockout would be bad for him. But you're still hitting the guy hard and you're getting hit hard and, but that's all I've done. So that's why it's like, I can't walk around saying, I'm this fucking
I'm
thing.
a Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah, because...
But you're very aware, and I think those are the principles that bring a lot of value to the physical discipline, the mental clarity, like you said, unlocking that puzzle. And there's like, it almost becomes philosophical on a molecular level when you practice something and you look at it like watching a fighter train and get their kick right is very similar to like when I'm like vocal practicing. It's like I have to be able to intonate and land that like over and over when I'm practicing. So it's like that's just to get lost in a little loop like that. It can almost get you into flow state. You come out the other side with like a valuable skill or healthier, hopefully, if you don't catch an injury. But
yeah, have you received two-part question? Have you received any benefits outside of like your physical body with this practice? Question one, and then to go on that, it sounds like there's a pretty big technical aspect to Muay Thai, so is there like a energetic or spiritual aspect as well?
Yeah, like so the first question would be, have I benefited outside of the physical from it? Yeah, I would say, so like the way I grew up, even if I don't go into too much detail, I just had a lot of abuse. And so I've been in therapy for 10 years. But yeah, and therapy was amazing, but I had a lot of trauma in my body. And so I always lifted weights, but for some reason...
Coffee?
Oh, yeah, sure. Thank you. For some reason, the weights just never wrung the towel out enough, but this fucking did. And so, like, I used to walk around with fucking white-hot rage all day. Like, if you guys knew me 10 years ago, and there's comedians in the scene now that know me back then, and people were afraid of me. They thought I was a little weird, and I was. And I was always like a kind person when you were talking to me one-on-one, but then the second we stopped talking, you'd see me go off to myself and just, I was going through it basically, and this genuinely just wrung the towel out, and now I just don't walk around with that, and so I'm sort of just, I feel like me now. Yeah. Like the way I dress is how I'd want to dress and not just like whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so for that reason, that's what that did. And I'll always train. Like I still train every day. I always train because just what it does to my mind. And also there is that physical benefit where, thank you so much. Where like, it's such hard training where like you could eat whatever the fuck you want.
yeah.
And you could drink alcohol every day, as long as you're not getting drunk. Like I could have a beer or two every single day, and it does nothing.
Yeah.
Because there's so much cardio.
Yeah.
So I like to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like to eat, and I like
We
that.
love to eat.
You know what I mean? And the second question was what? Sorry.
Is there like in the practice of Muay Thai, because I'm not familiar with it, is there like energetic principles, or is there like a spiritual, like do you learn outside of the technical?
Oh yeah. I mean, I personally don't really, like in my personal life, there's a huge, I would say, I don't know, I don't know much about a lot of martial arts, but there's a huge spiritual aspect. Like there's a statue of Buddha in like almost any Muay Thai gym.
Okay.
When you when you have your fight, you do Kru Wei, and I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, but that's like that dance that they essentially do in the ring. They literally do both fighters before an actual Muay Thai event. Like there's Muay Thai in UFC, you'll see it, but an actual Muay Thai event, like you literally you seal the cage. So you grab the cage and the both fighters walk with their hand on the cage and they walk around. They have them, I think this is called the Mongkol, I think, which is that band with the thing that sticks out.
Yeah.
And the coach will put it on your head and bless you. And then you both do like a ceremonial, and it's customized to you, the Kru Wei. And then after that, you fight.
Wow.
And so I don't personally like, I did that one time in the competition that I did, the demo. We both do Kru Wei.
That's cool.
And I hope I'm not mispronouncing that because I don't want to piss anybody off. But again, like Muay Thai is something like the training aspect is every day for me, but I'm a full-time comedian and I want to be a full-time actor even though like I'm auditioning, I haven't booked something.
I think even full-time actors sometimes feel like they're not acting full-time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not on a show right now. I'm not on a movie, so it's like...
Me either, buddy.
They come and go. They come and
Me
go.
either. I haven't worked all year.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
But yeah.
But you're both
It is
very
what it is.
active.
Yeah.
I mean...
You stay active to your craft. You stay sharp.
I'm getting callbacks. I'm just... That's always a good sign. And that's the thing with acting, too, is just, like, counting the victories and not getting discouraged because, like...
Yes.
Every time I watch a podcast of like Timothée Chalamet or like Robert Pattinson or just like these up and coming, actors and like you hear, or even like Kate Blanchett, Denzel, and they're always like, I wasn't booking it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so inspiring.
Yeah, the story is
stay.
part of it,
Yeah.
Don't
like,
stop 3 feet from gold.
Right.
And it's like, did you have enough grit or delusion or confidence or faith, whatever? And it's a different color texture for everyone's canvas. What drove them past that point of like, the universe is like, here, just make it to this point and there's everything you want. And
Right.
you don't know when that is. So you have to just keep exploring. It's fucking hilarious and weird and exciting.
Yeah.
Do you have a role in mind or like a genre in mind that you'd be like, this is my perfect?
I mean, I feel like, and my agent said this to me where she's like, you've been through so much bad in your life that you mentally can get to places that a lot of like the people I represent wouldn't even be able to put their head into that headspace. So like darker roles, I played this one role as just a short film. And it was like a month-long thing. I didn't even get paid for it, but the script, I loved it so much. And it was like, right? It was fucking,
Wow.
So I was the only, or one of the only actors in it. So it was just like, basically it's about a guy who went camping with his girlfriend and like murdered her.
Oh no.
But it doesn't even like, that's like a second in it. The whole thing is me being in the woods, eating the food that I find in the woods because I'm like on the run, and then I lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
And like the whole thing is basically me interacting with nature, but like, I don't want to like ruin it, but it's fine. Basically like crazy shit happens at the end, like I fully lose my mind. And just like, it was like all these monologues in it that were so like, it was so fucked up and twisted. And, that's obviously like, it was such a good thing to play, I feel. It was really dark.
Enjoyable. Like when you can like fall into it and all of a sudden you get to be who you're not and explore like the depths of humanity almost. It's like, it's so enjoyable to do that. Maybe like literally not while you're in it because you're obviously having feelings that are portraying this psychotic behavior. But then afterwards you're like, damn, that felt good. It's like a little injection of heroin or something. Like it's like, woo, I like that. Let's go again.
Yeah, it's addictive for sure.
Because like, I don't think I'm a psycho, but like growing up, and I don't want to say too much, but I saw like almost, I don't want to say it, but moments of pure evil with my parents, how fucked up they were. And a lot of that imprinted on me. I used to think I was that, and I'm not that, because I actually think when I'm alone by myself, I'm just like a kind, shy guy. But what I was
so
That's
nice.
gotta be a name of a special.
A kind, shy guy. That's the Kyle Lucey Netflix special. Kind, shy guy.
But what I could mentally, like, every time I blink, I see certain things. And, you know, that's why it's like, maybe that is cathartic to, like, if I get a role where I have to play someone like, and I also find that funny. Like, oh, people are like, how did you mentally get to that place where you're the axe murderer? I was just playing my dad.
Yeah, I just thought about it.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, you know, there's also certain visual things that are funny. Like, one time my dad was screaming in my face, and, like, I was so scared of him physically. And then he was like, and while he started breathing, a string of drool just started coming out of his mouth.
Oh.
And then I laughed, and then he laughed, and then he took me out for ice cream. Like, just like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, it's bipolar, but, like, I also find it funny.
It is funny.
It's fucked up,
It
but
is funny.
That's such
I get that.
like, we're like, Dad drooled. Like, that was the takeaway.
Because the rest of it is so commonplace, it's white noise.
You just put strong visuals in my brain.
Oh,
dude.
shit. There's probably not the shit to say. You know what? When I do
You're a good storyteller.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
That's powerful. And there's no good or bad, even though there's very bad. We like to go with the idea of in conversation, there's no good or bad. It's just like texture on the canvas. It's like that visual is like, for sure, you just created it too in my mind, and I'm sure like it's like reading a book.
And you guys are getting high too, so you're like,
oh, it's right there, it's still there.
Yeah.
But also that's just power, man. Like that's just your power as a storyteller, and your ability
Like that should
to
for sure be brought to life in film somehow.
I want to hire
That's
an
what I'm saying.
animator to
That's-
sometimes do
100%.
right?
stories.
Are you very like vibrant in your visuals inside your mind? Like do you?
Yeah, I'm a visual learner, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see things like ideas you can visualize.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so. How about you guys? Do you feel?
For sure.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
Time, yeah.
No, I'm
Visualization.
not like. I'm like I can feel it. Like if you close your eyes and you're like visualize a pink elephant. It's not the pink elephant that like you would draw and see, but I can like feel it.
Okay, but what if someone does this, like visualize a normal elephant, like just like a normal gray elephant? Like,
I just can't bring it. I can't bring the picture up in
okay,
my brain.
remember Ace Ventura when he comes out of the rhino's asshole?
Yeah.
Can you remember that, like photographically?
Yes, but it's showing up like extremely blurry. Like there's no.
Wow.
It's not.
But Kyle,
right
you can
there.
see it, right?
Yeah, I see it just like how it was.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean?
Wild.
It's like, and he's like,
Yeah. I feel like though it's wild, but like how do you do it?
yeah.
Like when
Like-
I like even okay, I'm trying to visualize your face right now, and I can't really. Like
Right.
there's no like picture
Oh,
showing
sure.
up.
I'll
it's
take a
like
puff.
it's like dynamic. Like I can, I don't know, understand your essence, but I can't like see a picture of you in my brain.
Okay.
And
Wow.
I think that varies. I think a lot of people don't visualize clearly. I
Yeah.
always thought something was wrong. but
Maybe you're retarded.
I think I think you can develop the skill a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you dream
Okay, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
clearly?
Yeah, I would say actually I've had like there's like 2 or 3 dreams that I have which are like I don't know if this is normal, but like they're so absolutely vivid. And I've had like so there's a series of one where it literally picks up immediately after
That's
the last one 7 years ago.
So it's another timeline then or something, right? That you're like revisiting somehow in consciousness, jumping dimensions.
There's like this end of the world dream that I have that and right when it's happening, I'm like, this is like, I remember exactly, like this is my real life. And it's like,
Oh, so
I'm
that's-
going, like, yeah, it's like I remember. I'm immediately back to the moment.
It's the subconscious imprint of that feeling state. So like in the dream, you ever fucking look at a dream dictionary?
No.
It's like the collection of symbols in that tale describe to you what your work is or something like that. Like that's the function of the dictionary. So when you explore the symbols, I kept having like a dream like with a cop or something. Also, I was just so scared to go to jail. I never did, and that was good. But like so many people I grew up with did, and like are, and it's just like I used to just like I guess have scary dreams about cops, but then it was like it meant like the symbol was about your father. If you're having like dreams with cops in them, so it's like that plus what was also in the dream. I had to work out that for myself and my ego identity, and they say that's the circular circuit of repeat dreams. It's like your subconscious is trying to send something up in a symbol. I don't understand how your symbols and my symbols can always be the same and identified by a dream dictionary. That's the fascinating part for me. But like I think generally they have a gaze of a human psychology of I don't know like. Someone who's been
I was just going to ask you.
to
Okay,
the
do you want me to
society.
move him? Okay.
But yeah, that's
You can put
crazy.
your foot wherever you
so
want.
you go right back to the end of the world scenario like it's a movie, and you're like in it.
Yeah. I don't know why.
That's wild.
But yeah, maybe that's the visual thing, but I don't dream a lot.
I don't dream a lot either,
Yeah.
but I think weed probably plays a part in
That's
that.
what I heard.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Well, I've been
Yeah.
actually trying to stop smoking right before bed just so I can, because I think dreaming is healthy. I think we know that dreaming helps you like process the day. I'm good on that. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. Sick. Sorry.
No, I'm too. Especially when I smoke weed, I just feel so like, oh, fuck that up. Way to go, Lucy.
Maybe we don't dream as much when we're high because in your conscious wake state, is this theta or delta when you're like cognitively aware?
I have no idea.
Maybe when you're high and in this state, you're like closer to dreaming. Like
Right.
because it opens that other like self-judgment thing. It definitely brings me closer to whatever the idea like of like God or the universe or nature. It definitely brings me out of my ego identity
Right.
more.
I kind of like dreaming though. Like I want to do it.
For sure.
more.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it is important. It's like sorting of your subconscious, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or,
I think so.
that's what I heard on True Detective, anyway. Fuck.
When I always have when I'm like working in not something that I don't like, but something that's like not my passion, or not even that because yoga is, but just like a job, like a job where you're not your own boss. I always have dreams that I can never like move. So like I had a yoga one recently that was like I couldn't get into the yoga studio to teach the class, and all of the people were in there, and they were like, "Are you coming in?" And I was like, "I'm trying," but like I couldn't open the door. I got close to the door, but I couldn't open it, and like the time was just going by, like this whole class, and everyone's like, "Get in here!" Like, and there's just this like one window too at my yoga studio, so I couldn't see everyone, but like everyone started to get like really panicky, and then I got really panicky, and then I woke up.
Oh, damn.
But it wasn't I didn't feel rested after that dream.
Because your conscious was working some stuff out, bro. This is very much what she's going through in that community. Because you change patterns as a person. You know, when you're like, I'm not going to be a waiter anymore. No. Like, you're like, I just can't do this because I have to serve something or focus. And like, congratulations on all your success as a comedian, by the way.
He can't handle it.
Come on.
And now we got high.
Now you got high, sorry. But I'm just saying, when you decide to shift focus, better things happen, is basically what I'm saying. Don't take too much credit. It happens to everyone. When you shift your focus from, like, through whatever, the law of attraction and this mindful stuff that I read, it's like, okay, you can't sit there and focus on the debt and expect it to go away. You got to shift the focus of make money. And then, I mean, literally that function will pay for the debt itself, but in the technical term, but it's the energy.
And say not make money because it's two ends of the same stick. It's
Sure.
like go from whatever you're worried about to like completely pivot. Go write a
Well,
joke.
but that's the intention.
Go
Yeah, I see
write
that's
a
the
song.
goal.
Go-
Yeah, that's the goal. But yeah, it doesn't just happen like that.
I think it happens from debt to make money. That's a harder jump for me than from debt to like go write a page of your script.
Great.
No?
To me, that's make money.
Yeah.
You're working on your script. To me, that's make money.
I see.
Humble, my friend, he wrote a book himself, and he crowdfunded it to pay himself when he quit being a teacher. And then, like, once that initial drop was over, it went silent for a while. And then he's like, all right, like, cool, like, a little steady thing. Then, like, 4 years later, fucking Indigo comes along and, like, puts it, and then he gets
Yeah.
another publishing deal. And it's like,
Wow.
yeah,
That's
it's
nice.
like, just, and there's just manic neuro fucking like, oh, I just want it to happen faster thing that I think fucks us up too. When we shift to that focus, when we like
Yeah.
trust our dreams, it's like, well, I gotta make it happen now all the time. I make it happen, you know?
Yeah.
And it's so like stressful to be in like the two modes at once, is trying to like allow it, but also force it because like we're a little bit impatient. I don't know. Do you have goals or dreams that you feel like you can't happen fast enough?
Yeah, I mean I think that reaction's always in me, and I like to use it for drive, but I feel also very grateful that certain things haven't happened yet. Yeah. Because you know, sometimes I'll do a gig and I think I'm all that, and then I get humbled.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, good Lord, could you imagine if I had like 5 million followers? Like, and they saw a tragic bomb like that? Like,
Shit,
oh
good
my
for-
Lord.
good.
I'm so glad that that gig could just die in Barrie, Ontario, in front of 18 people at a fucking Shoeless Joe's. Thank Christ.
There probably still will be moments though when
But it will be a Google Christmas party and the bag is $25K for 10 minutes and you're just like, it's a little easier to swallow.
Yeah.
That these corporate people didn't get your style of comedy. It's like, yeah, but I got the fucking deposit, right? So good, bye. Have a good night. Like,
Yeah.
Also, speaking of committing to your dreams, we're very lucky to have Mr. Lucey in studio right now
up.
because he just got back from a huge global tour. Let's talk about your time away. You were very missed.
Gloat
Yeah.
shy kind guy.
Damn. We're taking it around the globe. I didn't do like, sometimes when you say like global, there's a lot of, I didn't do any of Asia, Australia, but
Can you measure your gap before the gain? Thank you.
yes. I know. But no, it
Where
was a
did
good
you go?
experience.
Where did you go?
I did about, I think, what did I do? I think around 10 countries
Dude.
in Europe.
The white ones?
I mean, yeah.
Aren't they? What other countries are there?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really, I mean,
Switzerland? Was that one?
no, I didn't do Switzerland.
Let's guess what countries.
By the way,
Hey, everyone, start typing now.
Yeah.
Guess what countries he went to. He's not going to say it.
no. Yeah, Scandinavia, I did the
I'm just kidding.
3 countries. Yeah, I know.
No, I want to know where you went.
For real.
Scandinavia and, you know, the UK, Ireland, and Netherlands. That's it.
But when he is from the Netherlands.
Oh, no way.
That
Shoot.
pink goo gotcha. Eh? Yeah.
Oh, is that the type of weed it is?
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
She was born in Zwolle.
Yes. Thank you. Good job.
Oh, no
Good
way.
pronunciation.
Zwolle?
Zwolle.
Zwolle.
Yeah.
Where did you go in Netherlands? You went to Amsterdam?
No, I actually did Rotterdam.
Rotterdam.
There's
Where
a
my
really cool.
family lives.
No way, really?
Same.
Oh, damn.
Uncle Ben.
Damn.
Was he
Damn, I
serving a
should've-
cold beer?
What's that?
He would always be like, we met at her brother's wedding,
Yeah.
and we'd be like asked to go lift and move some shit, and him and I were just the two slackers that look, and he'd be like, should we go find a cold beer?
Oh my god. That's
Yeah,
like
he's the
hella
best.
accurate.
You
know?
Lazy Dutchman. But sorry, Win, yeah, you're from, okay, so you went to Rotterdam. So the people there also speak English?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Cool.
Dutch people are the second. No, they're the first best non-native English speakers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Really?
they,
Okay.
They just learn it. And
Next to Australia.
Yeah. Ew.
Heyo.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
they're good people. Were they a good crowd to you?
You know what? No, they were. But
My people didn't show up for.
no. I did actually I mean, I don't want to like say anything, but I was told, and it looked like it too. But it was like the top club in the Netherlands,
Oh, wow.
which is Club Haug in Rotterdam. It was, and it was like you go on stage and fucking like the Deal or No Deal type of lights, like oh shit, but they do like fucking and you like walk on stage, and it's
that's
like
awesome.
it's crazy. It's like, but Europe, everything was an event. Everything was an event. So they do a break. Like, what you're doing tonight is this. And,
Yes.
you know, it's not like where you could go to I don't know. There was no
dip into a
games
show.
where, like, someone's playing pool in the background and there was like, what is this? You know, right on your punchline. You know what I mean? These bar games.
I totally
Yeah.
know what you mean. I once
Yeah.
did a
Keep
freestyle thing
the
at
game on.
a
Yeah.
pool hall.
It's like-
Exactly. Fucking.
But yeah. No, it was cool.
I am doing comedy and curling at the end of the month.
What is
though.
that?
I guess it's a curling club that
Oh.
also has comedy. I don't know if they're actively curling while the comedians. I'll see. I'll let you know.
Nuts.
Or you have to slide down on ice for like 10 minutes, and then when you get there, you tell your joke to the
I
audience.
would like. Well,
You have to-
I wouldn't be very good at that, but it would be a fun experience.
So
What's your least? No, not least memorable, but like, do you have a time that you were like, that's the worst set I've ever done of all time? Like,
Hell
this
yeah.
is the worst audience. Like, is it a big story, or is it just kind of like, eh?
In my opinion,
Thanks.
I genuinely feel that if an audience, like if you walk into any comedy club setting, if an audience paid, they sat down, they are facing you, lights are on your face, and your fucking mic works. That's like everything's in your favor. Because you know, like sometimes stand up is just like. It's like, hey, like you want to, like, there's like a comedy show every Tuesday at a fucking laundromat, and everyone's got their headphones in. But if you're really funny, you can really kill, you can fucking handle that room. There's that thing in comedy where like some guy literally used to produce a show at a fucking live Starbucks.
Oh,
There's like
man.
people eating coffee and like just working on their essays. Yeah, sure. And he's just like, fucking people like. So I'm fucking this goddamn fucking idiot in the ass, right? The other day I'm fucking an ass. And it's just like people are at Starbucks like,
At a
what
Starbucks.
the fuck?
Dude.
I could see that happening at like a non-corporate
Oh.
cafe, but Starbucks?
Dude, why?
convince
Why did
any
you guys
manager.
do a comedy show here? No one was sitting down for the show. It's literally like you feel, I mean, that's what.
I was at a restaurant a couple weekends ago, and these poor women, they just got their drink, and I knew they didn't know, and they didn't get any warning. The host just went up and started doing his comedy. It wasn't like 5 minutes till the show starts or anything like that. And they sat down with one another, and it looked like they hadn't seen each other in a while, and they were just like so happy to have some girl time, with one another. And then this fucking show starts. And at first they're like trying to still chat, but they're the only audience, or there's some other audience members, but they were the front row, and so comedians started talking to them, and they were just trying to chug their drink. They had just gotten their drinks. It's like, oh man, it's so intense for people when you just non-consensually start making jokes at them.
Jesus. That's
Imagine
true.
if that happened in your personal life.
Sabotage.
Or you're just like fucking, I don't know, at a park with your friend, and then like people just put a curtain up and be like, "Hello, hey, where you going? You gonna
Dude.
I
think
might
this guy's
get-
taking a shit?"
Like, that would be a
I
good
might get
YouTube
into
video.
it, to be totally honest, but it depends on what I'm doing.
And it's just the worst open mic comics, like 6 in a row. Just go out there
Jesus Christ.
and just say the most racist, fucking mean shit.
Dude, so you've done a lot of shows, and you kind of like stay true to the local circuit where you keep like showing up to constantly just like do stand up. What about your pain addiction made you like that so much? How I get it though, I've done it too. But it's like, how was that? Did you always have a good attitude on just the opportunity to hop on stage and grab a mic, or are you putting in reps mentally? Are you working on material? Are you do you choose things to work on? How's that going for you? Constantly staying on shows.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's certainly I'll write every day, and I want to go up on stage to gain confidence in a new bit by practicing it in front of the crowd.
Well,
Because if I'm writing so much, then I need to make, like, you could write it, but it's like, how does this work when you deliver it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just, there's a lot of comedians that could probably get to that. I'm okay as well, thank you. To that knowledge of their writing faster, but this is just what works for me. But I also like to take time off where, like, I don't do, because, like, I mean, you guys are both performers. If you're not doing a gig that night, you could sort of like relax into yourself. That's what I want to bring on stage. So I need I need to spend a lot of time with that. So I think that's also important. But I might take off like one or 2 days off a week, depending on if I need it or not.
nice.
And if I really fucking need it, I'm not going to push myself past a point where I'm delivering poor results. Like, it'll take more time off if I need it.
Yeah, good.
I don't really need to, though. But if I do, and when I do, sometimes it comes up and I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Sorry, I just spat everywhere.
That's all right. That's good.
I didn't
Puking
see
on the
his-
table. I actually need a break now, guys.
This kombucha is yours too, by the way.
Is that what the... Oh, damn,
Yeah.
son.
I'm sorry I didn't deliver that
I
to
just-
you vocally.
No. I mean, I'll take it, but...
Yeah.
It's golden lime.
Damn.
It's good for the belly.
That's so good.
Yeah. It's delightful.
It's like healthy champagne,
That's it.
right? I feel like I'm hanging out with Beyonce right now.
Yeah. So, Jay-Z, you want to go to another Diddy party?
Yeah, JC's just there, like in the corner, stressing.
Yes.
Turn all your phones off. Take the batteries out of your fucking phones.
Yeah. You see that video where Jay-Z, like, took the phone from the guy trying to take a selfie with Beyonce?
No.
Oh, God, it's
It's
so
so
funny.
good.
He's like, "Duh," and he grabs his phone, and he's like, and then, like, gives it back to him and tells him, get out of here. Like,
Nice.
scram. Yeah, it was good.
It
was
looked like
big.
it was like a private part, like a lot of celebrities and shit were there.
Yeah, that's always super weird. You know what I mean? Imagine you're just like hanging out trying to be a person, someone's just like documenting you.
Yeah, and he like parades in like
Yeah.
all in a party fun
Yeah.
way, and then just sneaks it.
I got a video of you burping. I got you. Blackmail.
Do you have, besides Muay Thai, do you have any like daily non-negotiable practices that you do?
Yeah, definitely. Like I need to meditate every day no matter what.
Yeah. When did you
Yes.
start doing that?
Man. Maybe almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
Good work, bro. Yes.
I'd say. Or at least 9. But
Respect.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the first time, honestly, we've got that answer from someone who's like not a meditation teacher. Like, but like.
Well, you know, I just use a free app and it's not.
No, but that's I do guided
That's all you
meditation.
need.
That's all
you
you
don't
need.
even need that actually.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can literally just sit down anywhere.
Yeah.
get up and do it right away.
Well, you should feel safe.
I should, but I don't. Yeah.
But you get it in the day. whether
Yeah,
or
you
not.
gotta.
Yeah.
I do it a lot, and I don't want to, but I do it a lot like when I'm traveling. Like if I'm on a
For
bus
you.
and like, because sometimes you're on the bus for like 20 minutes, and if there's like no like psychos just
Yeah.
banging their head with a frying pan, I'll close my eyes and let my guard down for a second, and I'll meditate. But like in between stops, right when it opens up, I look, I do like, and then I go back
Yes.
to my chamber.
Ninja styles. I love that.
And I also know, like, yeah, the second, I don't know, the bus opens up, that there's gonna be a weirdo, or there could be.
There's potential
Yeah, you
for it.
gotta
You might
be
as well
aware.
prep for
I
it.
saw a guy on the TTC just literally just stand in the. He just came on the. He was a well dressed guy. I mean, well dressed like he's wearing like nice, not a suit, but it was like nice clothes.
Yeah.
And then, like right when the doors closed, this guy pulled out a fixed blade kitchen knife, cut the strings off his hoodie, and just started walking down the aisles like with his knife. And we were all just like, okay, like, you know what I mean? That's yeah.
That's
so whatever
that's
whatever that means.
That's terrorism.
That's yeah, right? Isn't that like
Literally,
how
that's
9/11 started?
Everyone's just
Yeah.
like, oh man.
I think 9/11 started because of the oil. Hold on, conspiracy theorists.
Hey.
Shout out your boy.
Do you like conspiracies?
Oh hell, I mean, are they really conspiracies, guys?
Yeah, I know exactly. What's the difference between reality and a conspiracy? 6
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
Hello.
Let's
Hello.
Can we do this for 45 minutes? And just
Absolutely.
fade to black. 5 minutes. Just the three of us. And then in post, you just make Sonic's rings. Bring, bring.
Dude, I love playing Sonic. The only thing that Sega had going for it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Sega fell off.
That's the point of all of this.
God damn.
Remember Sega? Big chunky controllers.
Dude, it was there's no way to drink this when you're high and not not get a little case of the sillies.
That's true. Because your elbow went out a little.
Your elbow goes so high.
And the pinky comes
Like a
up.
lady. Suddenly, I'm mentally back when I'm 3 years old and my mother's whipping me. I've urinated like a lady. I'm just like, it's like, actually, I gotta go, guys. Can I use your bathroom for a sec? Does it have a mirror? Can I talk to myself for a sec?
Are you doing inner child work where you talk to yourself? Eye contact every day?
Where am I?
Give me the willies.
Come to.
Everything's
Yeah.
okay.
What was I had a question for you. It left my brain temporarily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
How long have you guys been doing this pod, man?
4 years.
Okay, this is crazy. I've never done a podcast like this.
Oh,
I think
like,
I've done
what do
like
you mean?
I've done like 5 of my friends' podcasts. Where like literally we're just on a bed with bed bugs, and he's like, "So what do you think about this?" And I'm just like,
Nice.
"Dude, fuck, my leg is on fire right now. Something bit yo boy. yo, somebody bit your boy, Melly."
That's a good podcast name.
Yeah, that's
Somebody
what I'm
bit
saying.
your boy.
Nobody
trying to
moves
get it
too
started.
quick. There's going to be fucking roaches that scatter.
But I have a really good, a good exercise that I show my clients is to lift, keep your spine neutral and lift your leg.
and keep your back off the wall.
Oh yeah, something's going by.
Basically,
Just fucking
float.
squeeze your core.
Can you float?
Yeah.
I brought my own chair cushion, thanks.
Holy shit. Just fold like this and scrunch. It's just like all these termites and mice. Just a possum just flinging from the ceiling. Possum.
Just take out a candle and light citronella. Keeps the mosquitoes away.
Fuck.
You know what I started doing? You know when you're in like a comedian group chat for like, hey guys, just so you know, the show's gonna be. you know when you're in these, and everyone's like, takes a spot. That was actually really fucking fun and sick. You know, these things where it's just like, I love to just be like, right when I've done this to like 2 group chats where I go like, hey man, thanks for the show. Like it was sick, and I really appreciate you putting me on. But I don't really want to make a big deal about this. But when I was ordering beer from a bar, an opossum came in from the street and bit my ankle. And I just leave it like that. And usually people find it funny, but most people look at it and just go,
Yeah.
like they're like, what the hell?
Yeah, you
But
get left on scene for
If,
that one.
but if any, I usually get, some people find it funny. Like I get a couple laughs, but there's like 30 people or like whatever. I get like 3 laughs and like 10 people in the chat. I'm like, well, they don't like me forever. I took a shot. I missed. But
That's not true.
But if anybody starts questioning me, I go to look in the what is it? You can go on like Facebook Messenger and like type search, and then it's just you could just get AI photos. You know, you could do that. So I just type in like angry raccoon at a bar, and I just send the group chat the AI photo and be like, you know what I mean? And then I fight him on that.
Guys, if you guys see this guy out,
Yeah.
run away.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
Christ.
That was fun.
So you just have fun with reality.
I guess, yeah.
That's beautiful.
I have fun with reality, man. I don't know.
Do you have depression?
Do I have depression? You know, I don't.
Nice.
I do not.
Cool. That's good.
You know, there's things that. Why do you guys? Or
No, there's no time for that.
nice.
I've
Yeah.
definitely gone through. Yep.
Yeah.
I would say yes. I always try and downplay because it's not bad. It's only ever been like 2 weeks at a time. And so I've known people who are like depressed for years. So but overall, I'm okay.
Fuck yeah.
Battling a little bit of the sadness and battling the flame of anger. Impulse control,
Yeah.
fear of action. So we're like completely separate. I've not relapsed in like a year now. I've even self-abuse because pain addiction. I fucking smoke myself in the face, bust myself in the head with something. And just like that was better than processing the emotion.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
that was
explosive.
processing the emotion.
At a rapid pace,
Yeah.
but that's
Right.
going to come back up again. So like, yeah, man.
Wow.
A lot of the good self-awareness practices.
You just hit the nail on the head when you said awareness. Because
Yeah.
just, I feel like we could judge these things about ourselves, but it's just having levels of awareness.
Yeah.
And then, like, whatever, just.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
you constantly unravel the onion. You look at yourself, and then it's like somewhere along the way, hopefully you stop taking everything personally,
Yeah.
like about yourself, like judging your state and just like understanding it, and then like moving from there.
Totally.
How do you feel about goals? Do you do them?
Yeah.
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 You write them down.
Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly.
Nice.
All of it. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's like the bare minimum. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
really loud when you put it right next to whatever you're.
Is this better?
No, not really. Are you hearing that, Kyle?
a bit, yeah.
I'm
Maybe,
hearing
do I
it,
move
like,
this?
Immensely.
Is it better now?
Not really.
What's going on? The ghost is trapping me. Is it just that?
It stopped. It's gone down quite a lot
Is
for
that
me.
weird?
Fucking dude. I haven't seen. Feel like I got abducted by aliens when I'm around all this. So. I'm literally like, what is this shit?
You're just
I don't
gonna
know.
float right out of here. What do you? Yeah, that didn't help so much. That's so weird.
Maybe it's picking up the audio because when it's on his ears is blocking the input. That's my big guess. I don't know.
Nice. I don't even know what you said, so you
I don't know.
more
I
than
guessed.
do.
I disconnected it now.
Yeah, it's just screaming at us. Okay, so what do you do when you do you put time limits on your goals? I think that's like where I really broke up with goals, is that I was breaking my heart so much because when I didn't achieve something in a certain amount of time, it was like, well, what the fuck am I doing then?
I think totally. No, I could see that. I feel like, how would I say? And when you say that, it's like, what would the time limits look like?
I think I don't do it much anymore, and I kind of stopped though, like at 30. Like between 20 and 30, I think it might be a good practice for me to reorient myself with goal setting, because it was like if I turned 30 and I was like, I don't have any money in my bank account, I don't have any kids, I'm not married, like I don't have any success in my career, all of these things where I was like, by 30 I'm gonna be a millionaire, you know, like it was maybe those superficial goals that didn't really have like a whole lot of intention behind them that I was trying to create in 20 to 30. And then at 30 I was like, fuck this goal setting, like I don't need goals. But right now, in this moment with you, I'm like, maybe it would be a good idea to have some type of North Star.
Yeah, I think so.
Just expectation just breaks my heart.
I feel like, though, I mean, you were talking about manifesting, I couldn't say it. But yeah, and I think the goal is just focusing your attention on something, and maybe that's also manifesting it. And like, I feel like having goals, like specific things, are good.
Yeah.
Like general, then it's like millionaire by 30. It's like,
Right.
I mean, if you were like, I want my book to sell 1 million copies and I'm a millionaire, and then I want that by this time, and then can I really do maybe not, let's say 35, because how would realistically I'm going to do that? Like, and then breaking it down from there and just like, you know what I mean? Like, and there's certain things that are just out of our control, but you know, there's this quote that really changed my life, and I heard it on another podcast when I was like fucking doom scrolling, but it was like the person you want to be is on the other side of the work you're avoiding. So it's just like, I mean, what do you want? Like what do you want? Okay. how do you get there?
Yeah.
And then just like and sometimes we don't have the skill to get there. And so it's like, okay, I need to update that skill.
Yeah,
How do I update that skill? I do this.
exactly.
And then when I feel like confidence in that, I'm like, that's a skill that needs this. How do I get that? I do this, I send that, I talk to this, and then I message this, and I pay for that.
Yes.
Do that.
Yes.
And then it's just like, all right, could put that. And then it's just keep climbing and doing your thing until you're there.
Strategize action, strategize action, strategize
Do you
action.
consider yourself organized?
I have to be, yeah. Yeah.
For you.
I definitely am. Yeah. Very organized. But I'm also like chaotic in other ways. So I just keep a tight leash on things. Otherwise,
Nice.
I'll like fucking sleep in for like, the leash I have on is like my nose diving to be homeless. I just want to spend all my money and drink every day. Just
I know,
eat
it's
shit.
so fun.
The-
I know, it's hilarious, but
The tendencies of just that full hedonistic indulgence and just like fuck it all. So much fun. And especially when you done seen the floor, so you're not scared of it. You've been down in the basement of the hell, and so it's like, fuck, whatever.
yeah.
But no, that's good. You're creating a new standard for yourself. So you're generating. That's a form of wealth. It's like that patternizing, and that's basically the only way to control your destiny is to develop the habits that the future you will have. When you think about visualizing who you will be, I like to take the short route there. I use emotion to leverage my vibration into who I know I'll have to be in order to be at that level.
Wow.
And then I just like let the me now be humbled by like, oh yeah, I haven't taken that step yet. Great, I could just do that right now. So instead of focusing and feeling bad I'm not at the goal, it's like there's the work list.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
pointed out, that's so exactly it. And then it's the confidence to keep going. And sometimes you get the affirmation from the outcome you want, but sometimes you don't get the outcome you want every single time.
Yeah.
And you can't let that affect your self-worth. Do you struggle with that?
Not really.
Like failure, like you take a swing, you miss, you're like, fuck it, keep moving.
I would say the martial arts
Yes.
like it really helped me deal with like the showbiz sort of also life, because like to me, I look at things with skill. Like it's all about skill, because if you are very good at something and then you get to the place where you showcase it to get the thing, you're never gonna develop the skill to you know how to hit a bullseye every
Yes.
time, and
Yeah.
it's whenever you want you hit the bullseye. And then it's like, all right, how do I get this to this? Then it's just a matter of putting it in front of the right people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say
And those people keep varying and changing, different levels, different doors to unlock, different tricks to learn,
Yeah.
different handshakes to have.
Freemasonry.
Oh, I'd be down, bro. I looked into it.
Yeah.
Wait, Jay, you can't tell your wife nothing.
Wow.
There's some
They're sexist.
outdated
Oh, there's no
concepts
women
of
in it?
There's no women allowed.
They have like another thing. They're like
They let
son
me
of
in.
Ethel or something.
Girl.
Oh, I'm a classy dame. They allowed me in there. Yeah, and they wear a ring though. If you have that ring, that like green ring that
Yeah.
they have, you're like good anywhere in any hood. So
Yeah?
we'll see. Apparently, that's
Wow.
what it is. Like,
Yeah, they'll take care of you.
I feel, wow.
we can be
I
part
want to
of it.
know if you ever, because I feel like sometimes I really like everything I do. I love the podcast. I love teaching yoga. I love acting, and I love doing stand up. And sometimes I feel like if I were to say fuck 3 of those and like focus all in on one of them, that maybe there would be some more
Exponential
desirable
progress.
outcomes
Yeah.
because of the exponential progress. Do you ever feel like you're like putting eggs in too many baskets?
No.
That's so nice.
Because my days are extremely rigid, and everything has a purpose.
Fuck. I need to start being more disciplined.
Yeah, for real, man. You're actually being more disciplined.
How rigid we talking here, Kyle?
Every day is the same, man. Every fucking day is the same. Every day is the same. I eat the same. you know, things sometimes put things into a whirl. You know, certain like acting, and as you know, like, oh, thank you so much. You know, sometimes you get an audition and it's like, oh, fuck, that's tomorrow. And then, you know, you do that. And when that happens. But other than that,
Thank you.
you know, I usually make a list of goals at the beginning of the day, and then maybe for the next 2 weeks, and then maybe for a couple months, and then da-da-da-da. But I book my whole year is about like 7 months in advance.
Holy fuck, bro. What?
That's how the fuck you do shit.
I feel, because then it's just like, and it's not even much, like if you owned like a sandwich shop, you do a little bit of bookkeeping, and then I sell the bread. That's like doing stand-up, and then it's like literally not even, you know what I mean? So it's just...
You're just running a business. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
Man, tell me about your weaknesses. You're like superhuman. What the fuck?
No, I have tons of weaknesses. I have tons and tons and tons.
What are you currently working on?
Like personally, I feel...
Lives, looks, fights like Batman, but now we're about to hear the dirt.
No, and I'm big. No, like weaknesses, I would say like, you know...
Accepting compliments.
Yeah, I am sometimes my own worst enemy because I'm incredibly negative and I'm incredibly self-critical.
Comedian?
To a crippling way. Yeah, I know. I maybe that's just pretty standard, but like sometimes it's like something that I'm trying to stop is sometimes I'll feel like anxiety towards a person. Maybe I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm misunderstood. Like I'll be warm to someone, and then when they're not to me, I'm like, oh fuck, maybe I did something. And then I'm like on the walk home, like, well, if he thinks this, then I'm gonna say
you
that.
Make a story.
And I sort of, like Batman, I'm like, I've created a contingency for the time that I farted at work. It's like,
I think that's part
such
of
a waste of
your
time.
creative brain, though.
Maybe, but it's also like crippling.
Yeah.
Like it's so much of my time.
It's
spent.
distracting.
And I'm scrolling a lot. That's another thing I really have to stop. I am fucking like spend 2 hours in the morning just like fucking crying to soldiers coming home and shit. I'm just like, fuck.
Yo,
If that happened to me, I'd be fucking destroyed.
Yo, but here's what you can flip into the alchemy side of those two observations is you're learning timing, and some of the content I'd like from you, you're just walking, ripping. Like with that reel, like where you're just like saying shit, I think you were like having a McDonald's drink or something, and you're just walking. I'm like, you're probably just walking home. You're like ripping ideas. So that's that creative process of making up those stories.
Yeah.
So you're tuned into that, leveraging that kind of skill that you've naturally built, even though you perceive it as a distraction. It's like you have this kind of like Italian in a meatball sub shop fucking talking shit guy going on, you know, always breaking shit down and analyzing and hating on everyone. And then also over here, your waste of time scrolling, you're actually learning timing because you cut that real snappy.
Right.
I'm assuming you don't send off to an editor.
No, I do it, I guess.
Do it.
But
So it's saying. So it's like it's never really a full waste of time. Like you're being indulgent, it feels, but it's like, fuck, your brain is processing the timing of internet content that is good enough to be served to you.
Wow, yo, that's true, eh? Okay.
So you're studying.
Now I don't feel bad.
Yeah, dude, remove the guilt.
I'm doing research.
Yeah, dude. So I really want to be a porn star too, so I do lots of research.
Yeah, exactly. Damn. Yeah, I guess that's true, man. You're like getting to know content more.
Yeah.
I feel very bad about like I post content all the time, and like I feel like maybe I just get discouraged too early. But or you know what it is? I feel like I'm so shy that like the idea of everybody seeing the real me is like scary. So what I'll do is I'll like post, like I post stand-up clips, but like I'm also recording off of like a fucking shithole camera like taped to a Gatorade bottle, and I like tip it over a guy falling asleep. And I'm just like, if he doesn't breathe, I'm good. I'm gonna be in the shot. So like, they're all bombing. Fuck. I'm like the audio just the whole time. Holy fuck. I'm like, what's going on? What the hell's going on? I'm screaming with my agent. I'm like, well, that one fucking bombed too. You told me to talk about me more.
Oh, dude, it's like you get the white noise from the camera. That is a thing you guys got to worry about, though. I mean, same as leverage as musicians, but more so I feel lots of that social media equity playtime that you can be lucky enough to be served on people's stories through IG. You guys getting those clips that work.
Yeah.
Like, you guys having those, like, Natish has some good ones, Angelica keeps them steady. Like, you see the comedians that, like, really keep feeding those clips, like, those, like, good clips. And I'm like, I see that with musicians, too. Like, Harry Mack captures what I do, like, really well. I'm like, fuck, how come I ain't think of that? Like, it's like, it's all the way you kind of deliver it.
Yeah.
And I mean, shit, that shit is such a fucking grind. Even just having, like, initially the confidence to go into a venue and, like, assert yourself enough to where you're gonna put a camera, like the first person to even like take up a table to like put that camera stand or whatever. It's like there's this whole little side job you have to do to have the job of a comedian. It's interesting time like that.
No, it's for that reason it is a lot. For that reason it is a lot. You know, like
for that reason I'm out.
Dragons.
Yeah, comedy's hard. It's not fucking easy. But, you know, it's also incredibly rewarding.
Yes.
Which is why, like, everybody who does comedy likes it, you know? And, like, there's also, like, with the difficulties, there's also fantastically moments of victory and of, like, accomplishment and, like, sense of self-worth. So it's like, you know, I mean, whatever. I wouldn't rather be doing anything else.
Yes. Awesome.
You know? It's fucking fun.
Yes.
So out of your next 7 months, what are you? What's something that you're excited about?
I'm gonna keep touring. For like 7. Yeah. When I say that, I mean it's all stand up. Like, so just go back to Europe, come back here, and then do that one more time, and then yeah.
Are you hitting the same spots? Or are you?
Yeah, the first tour was sort of like, I headlined some stuff, but a lot of it was like an audition tour to get into all the top clubs out there. And then now I'm either playing or headlining out there this time. So now I'm like, there's still a lot of clubs that are like world class that I haven't done and stuff like that. Obviously, I would like to. So, you know, I'm trying to piece that together with my manager, and, you know, we're going to see what we can do. But either way, it's just, you know, I'm an Irish passport holder, so it's
nice.
To me, all it is now is like where I'm allowed to do stand-up is just Canada and Europe. So that to me is just one thing. Because it's also, if you, like, it's not a big deal if you're Canadian, you're from Toronto, and like, oh, I'm gigging in Vancouver this weekend, and then next week I'm in Halifax, and you're like, okay, and you're like, that's a lot of comedians just gig. But it's the same amount of time and money to fly to England than it is from Toronto to Vancouver. Yeah. So it's not like such a big deal, you know, so.
That's a good way to think about it.
It's not a big deal. It's just like, now I'm just on that side of the map or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's a good move.
Okay, but it is a little bit of a big deal.
It's not, I wouldn't say it's a big deal because, I mean.
He's doing it. That's also a thing. You've brought that dream in closer. So.
I feel like anyone could do it if they could. If they had like the passport thing, or if they had some way to get out there. I feel like every really good comedian in Canada, like if you're a comedian that goes up on stage and every single night you pretty much kill, then yeah, if you could do that, you'd have the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like not.
And then, who's doing the booking? Who has the venue relationships there? Do you reach out to your manager?
It's just basically me at this point.
Wow.
Maybe my manager can get me some other stuff. But a lot, you know how it is. It's the same thing how it is here. Like all the stuff, like it's all, stand-up is, you know, you're meeting people all the time and
circuit.
Stuff. Yeah, and like everything that I have right now is personal relationships. You know what I mean? And that's all it is.
Yeah.
You know.
So how do you reach out? Do you go Instagram? Do you find their website? Are you cold calling? Are you seeing who you can get a referral from?
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit of everything, I guess. I feel like, to me, I just want to get booked, you know? So I
Yeah.
ay ay ay. No, but
Oh, it's such a thing.
you know, but it's like, to me, it's like, what does the person who I'm dealing with, what's easiest for them? So if that's email for this person, Instagram for that person, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, well, all I really, you know what I mean? Or if it's in person or whatever. So
Yeah.
I usually just do whatever the booker likes, and then, you know.
Do you usually, when you're there, do you go scout venues and like
Yes and no. A
try
lot of
to get
places,
on?
yeah, certain places, like if they're gonna fly you out and put you up in a hotel, it's like they sort of.
Nice. So you sell yourself to comedy clubs,
I mean, it's not that, but it's more like.
but that can happen. That happens.
If the skill you are providing is an event,
yes,
then you are like, and it's worth XYZ,
you have a draw.
then you're diluting it. So if it's like my event is worth like, let's say $2,000 flight and hotel, but right beside you is going to be another one and you don't get that money, they're going to be like, well, then we're not going to pay your flights or hotel.
right.
And so basically you might be able to do like open mics and stuff like that, but which I still would do.
No,
you know?
give the exclusivity to whoever books you in that region, in that market.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at a point in my career where I gig, but I'm not like selling out clubs or anything like that. So I work and I gig, but so it's whatever, you know, I can't be like, this is what fucking, and
Yeah.
they're like, all right,
It's my rate.
see you later, get out of our building or you will be tased.
yeah. No, so you go with the flow and you're kind of open to what the
Sure.
scenario offers because
Yeah.
you're also building your brand equity as a performer with these
I think I'm
experiences.
funny, but I'm not like, I can't like, I can do okay locally in Ontario, I feel.
I feel that.
But that's, you know what I mean? That's it. I can't
Well,
really.
Well, I
so.
That's
think-
why you're doing what you're doing. Your next 7
Branching
months,
out.
who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as soon as you start to have your own flavor, you're already successful. So, like, I celebrate that for you.
Thanks.
It's all like the ranking system, I think, is interesting because a clip could go viral and you could sell at a club across the world tomorrow, no problem. Like, it's like, I just like live in that optimism. But yeah, it's, I think the win is mastering your craft, like slowly chipping away at like what needs to be refined. You know, like just analyzing yourself in practice is like, oh man, that's just. I think the definition of success is pursuit of a worthy ideal. So it's like, yeah, aim upwards. That's fucking courageous though to go and do clubs in
is.
other markets. Like I'm trying to set up some shows down south right now in other markets, and you're like, fuck, I don't know anyone. Like in Toronto, I
Yeah.
feel so supported. Like it's like basically all our small shows sell out, and I'm like, fuck yeah, what's up, Florida?
Yeah.
It's here. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like or whatever. Like
Yeah, what
wherever
are you
wanna
doing
go.
to promote?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not only doing solo shows. I'm basically just getting passed at all the clubs out there.
Right.
And so
So
now
I
I'm
guess this next one.
I might. I mean, personally, I don't see the value in doing a solo show in a market where you have no following. Like, I don't have, like, if I look at my Instagram, most people are America, then Canada, then London, then Mexico. It's like
America.
random.
America good.
Mexico.
Yeah. America's a goal. So, but I'm working on the paperwork for it. And the paperwork's going to take a while,
Yeah.
you know? But until then, I'm going to gig
yeah.
where I'm allowed,
I'm going to do that.
you know?
He's doing it above board.
I'm doing that in
And
the
we're
next
making the
couple of
connection.
days.
No, it's not. I didn't. Even, but that's a
forgot.
goal for me. That has been
Beautiful.
a goal. My manager is American, and she's done so much for me already that I'm like, yo, I'm not even in the country, and she's pretty sick. So
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's nice to have someone on your side.
With that
Yeah.
mentality, shout out
Yeah.
Americans. They got some good in their natural culture. They have this, I don't know, prosperity or dream big type.
I keep burping.
There's more
I'm-
people.
No,
The
that's the
kombucha.
kombucha, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it wasn't me.
medicine.
The kombucha burped. I did not burp.
Which beverage would you say you enjoyed the most today, Mr. Lucy?
So the Bailey's coffee was really nice.
Yeah.
It was
warm.
hitting. This was very good because it cleansed the palate before I went on this spaceship adventure of a drink. When you're high and something orange and bubbly's in your mouth, you're just like, I'm 12 years old again. Everything's going to be okay. I've got Dunkaroos in my pocket.
Yeah, that's the vibe we want to
know what I
definitely
mean?
cultivate
Vanilla
here in
dip
this
or
stew.
chocolate dip?
For the fucking
Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos.
What's the
I don't
The
even
vanilla
know.
sprinkles every time.
The vanilla sprinkles!
Yeah,
and
they're
the
good.
vanilla cookies.
They're
Fuck
good.
those chocolate cookies.
You know. Can I say something? What we speaking of Dunkaroos?
Please.
When I was in grade 8, me and my buddy Colin. So it was pretty funny. Like, if he sees this, he'll find it funny, I'm sure. But like, I was like the skinny kid starving to death because my parents would like pack me an onion sandwich, and then my dad would go like, there's like 12, or how many would you need? There's 4 kids. He's like 2, 4, 6, 8, and then he goes like this. But he didn't like I had just had 2 pieces of bread, and I bit into it. And I was like, oh fuck, mine forgot to be filled. So I'm like, fuck. So then like he was like the fat kid, and I was the fucking like starving kid. And so when people would go out for recess, we didn't have lockers. It was elementary school. They had hooks.
Yeah.
And we'd go into everyone's fucking backpack and eat their Dunkaroos and just eat people's
Good.
snacks and food. It was bad.
The starving kid
And then-
and the fat kid.
And then people come out and you see that like, what the hell? And then we got a little bold. Then we started.
The grade 8, you said?
We were doing this in grade 8. We did this for
didn't
like
have
4 months
lockers.
straight, and no one knew who it was. And then we got a little bold. Like, we were like, it's like serial killers. Like,
Yeah.
I can never be caught. And then literally, we saw this kid named Tyler's bag, and we ate his food, and we went to his desk, and we put the garbage of his food
Bro.
on his desk. And then he, I don't know how, but immediately after doing this, Tyler turned around and said, I know it was you guys, and then got us in trouble, and we were like, fuck.
Shouldn't have
How
fucked
in
with Tyler.
trouble did you get?
I mean, I think the teacher was just like, completely like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to your classmates? It just got so real. And then we never did it again, but
4 months is a pretty good streak.
it was a while. I don't know if it was 4 months, but it was a while.
a lot of
Could have been a
Dunkaroos.
week straight. My mind can't go back there and remember how much, but we did it several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, hey, whatever. I'm glad you were fed.
We fucking,
Fuck those other kids.
yeah.
You do some shit.
I would bawl if I got back to my lunchbox and my Dunkaroos weren't there. I would have a fucking fit.
I probably have a fit too. Fuck.
I know, we were just like helping people look.
It's
Where-
amazing, like that was a snack though
Yeah.
for our little
Oh, yeah.
brains, right?
But like the
Sugar
Dunkaroos and
cookies.
shit to, Mr. Onion Sandwich Boy.
Indulgence.
Gold.
luxury.
That's like fucking, back then, that was name brand.
Yeah.
That was like fucking wearing Gucci to the party. Like, look
Yeah.
at this fucking cocksucker.
We're
That's
got
how I
fruit
felt
roll-up,
about Capri Sun.
right? You'd be like,
Felt really ballin' when I had
When you
a
had one?
Capri Sun in my lunchbox.
Yeah, my mom would get me Capri Sun.
you like put on your desk like, and then keep looking.
Yeah. I have this.
Guess I'm having a Capri Sun today.
Oh, look at that. There's another one in my bag I'll have after.
That's weird.
No, I would never have two. That would be crazy.
My mom used to
Save your hand,
spend.
put the straws in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Spring break.
Squish him in. I totally remember that. Chug a Capri Sun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Fuck
This
yeah.
has been very enjoyable.
Wow.
This has been sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
for
thank
joining
you.
us.
Where
Really good stuff.
would you like to leave the people with anything, and also where can they find you and support you?
Oh man. Hey guys. Thanks for letting me fucking be here. It was fun.
Bless,
and
man.
I have a website, KyleLucey.com. Lucey, not the girl's name. And Instagram's, I've got to change it back. I didn't, because here's me overthinking. My Instagram's Kyle Lucey Official, but I hate how that, it was Kyle Lucey Comedy, but I'm like, I want to post acting and comedy. And maybe if I do like a cool stunt, I want to post that because I do the martial arts.
Cool.
But now I'm just like, I'm Kyle Lucey Official. I think it's like, I don't like how it sounds.
Is just Kyle Lucey available?
No, it's not. There's like 40 other guys with Kyle Lucey just hoarding the name.
Give him the handle. It's
Please.
more important than
Please.
your wedding photos.
What I can do is do what like girls do and go like KYLEELUCEYY.
No, don't do that.
Kyle Lucey.
No, go into your booking name that people are
Yeah.
gonna
Kyle
see
Lucey
on.
everything.
That'd be Kyle Lucey. Everything would be cool.
There you go.
Nice.
That might be that.
Shit.
That's actually really funny too. Kyle Lucey, everything. What? Okay. All right.
Okay, well,
It will be
we'll
changed
put all
today.
of
That's
those
hilarious.
things in the link
We will
below.
put whatever name he chooses links
Yeah.
in the
In the
description.
script.
Yeah.
In the description.
Thank you for blessing
Yeah,
us, man.
thanks for coming on the
love
pod.
your
Thank you guys.
perspective.
Seriously,
like,
this is
beautiful.
like
sick.
really cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
I
good.
really
Appreciate you guys
it.
having me. It was fun.
Blessings. Yeah, we'll do an update. We'll have to see
Yeah.
Okay.
where your progress
Put us
is.
in month 8. of
Yeah,
next
right?
year.
Yeah,
Just come back. The audience just sees that I'm just missing one of my thumbs. Yeah. So anyway, Russia was fun, but it just wasn't for me.
This is the
No.
after party.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Okay.
That's awesome. Any final words? Let's do that. Any final words to drop on the people?
I mean, if anyone wants to come to one of my shows, that'd be great. It's on my website. That'd be cool.
Do that.
Very cool.
Europe.
Very funny.
We have some European
Yo, next time you go to Rotterdam,
Yeah.
for
I'm
sure.
saying.
Yeah, if you go back to Rotterdam.
Uncle Ben, you're gonna have a cold
I'll
beer
get
with
my
Kyle.
fam out.
Good
Yeah.
guy. Cold beer.
Okay, thanks
Okay, love,
everybody.
bye. See you.
Oh yeah, guys. That was awesome.
That was so fun.
Welcome to Disciplined Stoners, the gateway drug to mindfulness. Look deeper.
To think that we started this podcast to fight a stigma, only to uncover so much love that we realized that you can't put your energy anywhere but what you want.
Look deeper.
And what we want is authentic conversation. What we want is quality medicine. What we enjoy is each other.
We get to learn from our guests. Manifest the best. I would manifest this.
Part of the magic of the plant is how it uncovers what you've been hiding away.
So much love.
Look deeper. Feel more. Tune in.
So much love. Look deeper.
We're not here to be lazy.
Welcome to Disciplined Stoners.
We're not here to distract ourselves.
The gateway drug to mindfulness.
We're here to learn. We're here to grow.